What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Brokers TCG. Today we have a BT14 Bloomlordmon Deck Profile, so let's get right into it. For the Digi-egg, it's going to be same as before. The Kokomon from EX4, it has your turn once per turn. One effect suspends one of your Digimon, draw one. So again, a lot of your Digimon are going to suspend themselves or suspend other of your Digimon. So being able to get those extra draws when you do activate those effects is very useful. On to the rookie, a very similar lineup as before. It's going to be 4 Palmon from BT10, a great searcher. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with vegetation or plant in one of its traits and 1 card with fairy in one of its traits among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So we do run some fairy type Digimon, the Bloomlord, and some Lilymons. So we would add one of those as well as any of the other vegetation or plants to your hand. Being able to add up to 2 cards is fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a inheritable effect, but this is a great searcher to be running. The next level 3 is going to be Lalamon from BT13. It has the on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with a vegetation, plant, or fairy in one of its traits and 1 Yoshino among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So we no longer run the Yoshino in this deck, but having a searcher that searches top 3 for literally any vegetation, plant, or fairy Digimon is still very useful. And also it's inheritable, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So cost reduction is always going to help you out. Go up into your stacks far cheaper. So definitely still a very solid rookie to be running in this deck. The next rookie that we're going to be running is Pumamon from EX3. We run 3 of them. Your turn, when an effect suspends this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So mostly in here for sort of board control. You know, again, as mentioned before, a lot of your Digimon are going to suspend your own Digimon. So having this out on the field, suspending it, you're going to be able to suspend one of their Digimon. And if you have a Bloomlord or go into a Bloomlord, you can go ahead and swing into it with Piercing if you Digivolved that turn. So again, great for controlling your opponent's board, great for taking out any of their blockers or larger Digimon, any problem Digimon. This is a great card to have in your deck. Then the final rookie that I run is Pumamon from BT9. As the effect all turns, players can't play Digimon by effects. So this does affect you as well, so you really have to pick and choose when you want to play this out. Make sure you have more advantage than your opponent before you slap this down, because again, a lot of your Digimon do play out other Digimon, so being able to, stopping that on your turn is really going to mess you up. But as long as you slow them down more than it slows you down, it's a great card to have. This can be swapped out for any other floodgates. There are quite a few decks that do rely on playing Digimon out by effects, so this really helps you slow down those specific decks. But again, you could play the Terriermon or again any other floodgate or rookie that you see fit. Then for the level 4s, I run 4 of the BT10 Sunflowmon. It has the when Digivolving effect. By suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with vegetation, plant, or fairy in one of its traits and 3000 DP or less from your hand without paying its play cost. So this means you can pretty much play every single one of your level 3s and level 4 since they are all vegetation or plant, and they all have 3000 DP or less. So the reason I run 4 is because I really want to get a large and wide board as fast as possible. And also the inheritable effect, your turn once per turn. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, draw 1. So finding all the key pieces that you need is excellent in this deck. So you do get a lot of draw off this one, and also building a wider board is important. Then I run 3 of the Sunflowmons from BT13. It has the main effect by suspending this Digimon. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with fairy in one of its traits in the hand for the Digivolution cost. When it would Digivolve by this effect, reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. So this means if you're trying to go into your Bloomlord and you have this out on the field, and let's say you have a level 5 here, you can go ahead and suspend this, Digivolve into your Bloomlord for a Digivolution cost of 2, and then, you know, suspend itself, suspend another Digimon, gain all that memory back. So allowing you to go into the Bloomlord a lot cheaper, is, you know, gonna allow you to continue your turn, and it also has the inheritable, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So another really good effect to have in your stack. So super solid card. Again, we don't run this at 4 because we don't have that many fairy type Digimon in this deck, but still a very solid card to be running. The final and new addition to the deck, the final level 4 and the new addition to this deck is Togemon from BT14. It has your turn once per turn. When you play a green Tamer card from your hand, by suspending one of your green Digimon, reduce the play cost by 3. So if you're playing out your 3-cost Tamer, you can go ahead and suspend itself or suspend one of your other Digimon and play it for pretty much free or for a cost of 1, getting your Tamers out for so much cheaper, so much easier. So this is an incredibly useful card to run, and also has the your turn once per turn. When you would Digivolve, when this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have green Tamer, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So same as the Sunflowmon, but again, getting your Tamers out for cheaper is gonna really help you out in the long run. So that's why I run 3 of these. On to the level 5s. I'm gonna go ahead and still run 4 of the Agitarimons from BT10. It had the main once per turn effect. By suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of its traits and 3000 DP or less from your hand without paying its cost. So again, once you get into this, you can either suspend itself or suspend one of your other Digimon, and then just building a wider and wider board. And also it's inheritable, your turn once per turn. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, gain a memory. So as mentioned before, a lot of your effects suspend this Digimon or suspends other Digimon. So if this is a level 6 and you have this in the inheritable, if you suspend another Digimon, you're going to gain more memory. So gaining more memory, extending your turn. Again, great card to run. You definitely can bump this down to 3 and bump up one of your other level 5s or 4s or whatever you see fit. I just really like seeing this card because, again, I want to try and get as wide of a board as possible. The next level 5 that I run is Lilymon Ace. You know, it can counter Blast Digivolve, and then on play and when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then you may return one of your opponent's Digimon, suspended Digimon with 5000 DP or less to the bottom of the deck. So great for control. Again, usually you're going to have at least 1 or more level 4s out on the field, whether it's suspended or not. You're still going to have a level 4 out on the field, so when it becomes your opponent's turn, you're able to go into this, suspend one of their large stacks or one of their problem Digimon, and then sending one of their lower level Digimon to the bottom deck is super useful. So you can, again, swap this out for, let's say, like a Cherrymon or something like that. I just like having the Lilymon Ace in the deck. Then the second to last, it's Blossomon from BT3, Digizorp 3, and Vegetation in its traits. So again, great card to be running, super cheap to go into. Not much else to say about that. Then the final level 5 that we run is one Chimeramon. So be able to go and DNA Digivolve on top of any color level 4s. Means you're going to be able to get into this rather easy, since you do tend to throw out a lot of level 4s, or even if you have a bunch of level 3s and a level 4 you can Digivolve into another level 4, DNA Digivolve into this, throw a level 5 under this, or throw any other level 4 or 3 under this, and then go into your Bloomlord. Once again, if you have another Bloomlord on the field or whatnot, but it's just, I found it to be a really useful game, whether to finish out a game or just to get another large stack started on your field. So definitely a great card to be running in this deck. Then onto the level 6s. I run 4 of the Bloomlord. It has the when Digivolving effect, you may suspend one of your Digimon, then gain 1 memory for each suspended Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of its traits you have in play. And then if you gain 2 or more memory by this effect, unsuspend this Digimon and it gains Piercing. So again, if you even have 1 Digimon out on the field, you Digivolve into this, you suspend itself, you're going to gain 2 memory, allowing it to unsuspend. So you literally only need 2 Digimon out on the field to, you know, resolve the when digivolving effect. So that's really, really easy to proc off. And also getting the piercing is fantastic. Then it's secondary effect your turn. For every 2 suspended Digimon you have in play, including itself, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP and gains security tech +1. So when you go into this, again, if you have another Digimon out in the field, suspend itself, unsuspend, gain 2 memory, and then it gains piercing. You can go ahead and swing, and this is going to swing for 14,000 and 2 checks with piercing. So even if they have a blocker out on the field, they're really not going to be able to do much of anything unless they have some skill that would allow the blocker to remain on the field, some protection skill. But most of the time, it's going to be really, really hard to stop this from doing damage to your opponent. And again, if you have a wider and wider board, if you have 4 Digimon out in the field swinging with this is going to be, 16k, 3 checks, and so on and so forth. So definitely a very strong card to run. I've seen people run 3 of this. Again, whatever works for you. I just really like being able to see and guarantee that I'm going to go into the Bloomlords. That's why I run 4. Then for the next level 6, it's going to be Hydramon from EX3. It has the effect when digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon, so either your Digimon or your opponent's Digimon. Then all turns once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, for each other suspended Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of their traits, you have in play gain 1 memory. So if you have, let's just say, 2 suspended Digimon on the field, you digivolve into this, suspend one of their Digimon, you're going to be able to go ahead and gain 2 memory back since you have 2 other Digimon with either Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in their name. Then the final effect, end of your turn, once per turn, if you have 2 or more suspended Digimon with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of their traits, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck. So again, this is a great card to go onto the defensive or to control the board, and also great for when you go into this, and it's gonna, if you have a couple other Digimon out on the field that are suspended, it goes over to your opponent's turn. When they try to swing, they're gonna go ahead and lose a couple memory, however many Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy Digimon you have out on the field. So great to go on the defensive with, great card to be seeing. That's why I run this at 3. Then the level 7, 2 Quartzmon. Has the effect when digivolving, suspend all other Digimon and all Tamers. Then for every 2 suspended Digimon and or Tamers, gain 1 memory. So that goes for both your Digimon and Tamers and your opponent's Digimon and Tamers. Then all turns, other than this Digimon, all Digimon and Tamers don't unsuspend. So nothing unsuspends at any point at any stage of the game. Then when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers. This is a fantastic finisher, being able to stun the whole board, all of your opponent's Digimon and Tamers. Again, you definitely don't want to go into this too soon, and you don't want to go into it too late, but great card mid to late game. And you can bump this up to 3. Again, whatever works best for you. I just have it at 2 for now. Then onto the Tamers. I'm gonna go ahead and run 3 of the Mimis from BT14. It has the on play effect, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy in one of its traits among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then your turn, when an effect suspends a Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. With the Togemon Digimon, being able to throw this out for free, pretty much, suspending another Digimon is going to be super useful. So this is another fantastic searcher to have in the deck. And then since a lot of your Digimon suspend themselves or suspend one of your other Digimon, this is going to allow you to gain extra memory using this secondary effect. So a fantastic card to be running in this deck. Then of course, we still run 2 of the Mimi, the memory setter. Also the main effect, if you have a level 5 or higher green Digimon in play, you can suspend this Tamer to hatch 1 Digi-egg card to an empty space in your breeding area, or move 1 level 3 or higher Digimon from your breeding area to the battle area. Again, this is a really good generic green Tamer to be running in almost any of your green decks, so definitely recommend running it in this. Now onto the option cards. We don't run too many, The first option card is going to be the new Agility Training. Has the main effect, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 green card among them to your hand, put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, place this in your battle area and the main delay. One of your Digimon may digivolve into a green Digimon card in your hand for its dilution cost. When it would digivolve by this effect, reduce the cost by 2. So great searching, great searcher. It doesn't only add green Digimon, this adds literally any green card to your hand, and also being able to go into your stacks for much cheaper. You know, that cost reduction is always going to help you extend your turn. So fantastic card to be running. And then of course, hidden potential discovered. You know, it's a green deck. This is just a staple in most, if not every single green deck out there. Got to be running that. What you can run is also the Ukamon. I don't have my hands on any copies, but I've seen people run at least 2 copies in Bloomlord. It definitely helps you out. It's a similar effect to Mimi, you know, being able to, when something comes out of the raising area, being able to hatch a new Digimon and draw, I believe. I'll have to check the effect, but that's another great card to be running in this deck. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.